T-minus 5 minutes. Oh, thanks, Chuck. We'll do it live. Wow, dude. Alright, start the show.
We got a whole lot of new money though. Drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot bar. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't try nobody, grip the trigger. Nobody call up the gang and they come and get gang. Grab me a river, give you a tissue. It's bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. My bitch bad and bullshit bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. All set. Records on records, got backers on backers. I'm riding around in a cool. I take your beat right from you, bitch. I'm a dog. Beat down her walls, loose. Hop in the fall. I tell that bitch to come for me. I swear these niggas is under me. The hate and the devil keep jumping me. Back rows on me, keep me covered. Hey, who did the most? Yeah, pull up and goes. Yeah, my diamonds a choker. Holding up, I with no holster. Break the rule of diamond cool. This a rolling, not a mule. Dabbing on them like the usual. Magic with the brick do voodoo. Magic. Courtside with a bad bitch. Then I send the bitch through Uber. I'm young and rich and plus I'm bougie. I'm not stupid, so I keep the oozing. Records on records, got backers on backers, so my money making my back. You niggas got a low act rate. We from the north, yeah, that way. That cookie blunt in the ashtray. You bitches just national smash day. Hop in the left, have a drag race. I let them birds take a bath. Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot bar. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't try nobody, grip the trigger. Nobody call up the gang and they come and get gang. Grab me a river, give you a tissue. It's bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. Dropping money out of space. Kid, cut, introduce me to your bitch's wife. And we know she slut. Broke a brick down, nutty, buddy, natty, nigga, ducky. Don't move too fast, I might shoot you. Draco, bad, Gucci. I'm always hanging with shoes. Might be posted somewhere secluded. Still be playing with pots and pans. Call me Quavo Ratatouille. Run with that set, call me Booby. When I'm on stage, show me boobies. Ice on my neck on the coolest. How about the suicide with the booze? I pull up, I hop out with all of the drugs and the pull-ups. I'm cooking, I'm whipping into it. Rock up, let it lock up. I gave her 10 racks. I told her go shopping and spend it all at the pop-up. These bitches, they fucking so they can they bustin' for Instagram. Get your clout up. Yeah, that way. Float on the trap like a Segway. Yeah, that way. I used to trap by the subway. Yeah, that way. Young nigga trap with the AK. Yeah, that way. Big Dyco, get it dope, Macy. Hey. Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot bar. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't try nobody, grip the trick, nobody. Call up the gang and they come and get gang. Cry me a river, give you a tissue. Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a booze. My niggas are savage, ruthless.
All right. And we're on. All right, thanks, Jack. All right. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Let's see. Thank you very much. Thank you. Look at that. Hey. Welcome to Geezy Truth News. Cheers, everybody. It is March 27th, 2019. Wow, we've come a long way. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Callers call in. Let's see. Our technical engineers are telling us. Our technical engineers are notifying that there may be some technical difficulties on tonight's show. So thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, well, as always, we got a lot to talk about, a lot of sneezy to interpret, a lot of butts to kick, and a lot of things to figure out. I mean, you know what I mean? Callers call in. It should be open. There's Jack and Gary over there twiddling on the dials. Thank you very much. Yep. It's all looking good. Well, thank you. All right. Well, welcome. Let's begin. First of all, you know, it's a big deal here. Today's Wednesday. And we find out that last Friday, was it last Friday? I believe that we find out last Friday that with the Mueller report that Donnie Boy was exonerated or whatever. There was no collusion apparently. Donnie Boy's obviously pretty happy, as I'm sure a lot of people. But here's the thing, again, man. It's not about taking sides and all this. I see Dan Bongino over there yelling and having a party and stuff. It's like, look, man, we got a lot of problems here. There's a lot of corruption. There's massive corruption that's been going on for 3.5 years, or, you know, just about. And it's not good, man. So I don't care whose side you're on. it doesn't matter. These guys are all corrupt. These guys are all corrupt. So let's just, as we always do with the show, we'll begin, make sure that everybody understands the pedogate situation and end the Fed. They're tied in. And that's pretty much the biggest thing. That's the main thing. And that's what we're all here about. This is the reason why I made this show. To be honest, is to talk about that stuff. And then it kind of turned into, we could talk about other stuff as well. But, which is all great. We can talk about all that stuff. But the important part is that we got to talk about the Fed and pedogate. They're tied in. There's proof. There's evidence. I mean, we're waiting. I think everybody's waiting. We'll see what that's all about. And here's the thing. We won't wait for Donny Boy. Donny Boy was supposed to be the butter to slip through the cracks and make it happen. To start he's like the starting fluid, But so far, I mean, we'll see. Like everybody says that history will tell that the start of all this, a lot of people say that it started December 21st, 2017, which is when Donny Boy wrote the executive order. And if you read it, that particular one, he talks about it. It interprets to taking down the pedogate thing. It says, victims, sexual harassed victims, and the sex trafficking and this and all that. But a lot of people say that the gist of that is the pedogate stuff. And then he also keeps talking about, ending the Fed and stuff like that. But he just recently applauded some guy who just appointed some Yahoo to the freaking council member, part of the council of the Fed. So, again, I can't tell you whether he's keeping his enemies close or whether he's just that good or he's doing that or what. But that's what's happening. So let's go on. So the biggest news, I don't know if we talked about the New Zealand thing since then. But we'll talk about everything that we can since the last show. I can't think of anything besides these three main points. So the Donny Boy Mueller investigation just ended. The Mueller investigation conduction is done, and there's nothing there, and that's flipping a lot of people out. But at the same time, I don't see much. There's not a whole lot going on, and it's all just, when they want to talk about it, they want to talk about it. When they don't, it's nothing. Like you go to this. They're talking about the Smollett thing. We'll talk about that later, too. It's nothing nothing surprising. So let's see. FBI releases video to Idaho kidnapping. Teen who pushed friend off bridge sentenced. Paul, Congress should investigate Obama. Well, Paul Rand, all these guys are just scumbags. What, Comey, Mueller finds what? How is Comey? All these guys are going to jail, man. All these guys need to be tried and convicted. This is the biggest thing. Comey, Mueller findings show Trump lied. Wow. Well, it's like, it's funny. Because if you're going to say that, then you might as well just put all these guys in prison. Because every single one of them lies. Every single one of them has done devastating effects on the country and the people inside it. And it's just, it's quite atrocious. So, White House official, no fresh healthcare plans to replace ACA. So again, this is all just garbage. So here's what happened. So the Donny Boy thing with the Robert Mueller, they got to get something done because there's nothing there. So what they're saying now is they're going to try to go for New York Justice Department. Now they're going to try to go state, I guess. They're trying to. So the Mueller thing failed. So now they're going to try two other avenues, and that is the New York State Department and the whatever that one southern one is called, the Southern Law that one, the Southern Law one, and they're gonna try to get this and that, and pinpoint him on that. So there's the Southern District Court, and then there's the New York Justice Department, and they're gonna try to get him on whatever happens. But obviously we'll see how 2020 goes with the 2020, and most likely, Donnie Boy is gonna win, because people, once you opened the Pandora's box, remember that Donnie Boy is the first non-politician as president in the entire history of the United States. So, with that being said, once you do something like that, it's really hard to go back to politicians. And I have a really hard time believing that now that we opened up Pandora's box, we're going to close it back up and go along with the Bush, Clinton, Obama, you want to throw that in there or whatever. So that's that. And what Donnie Boy is saying is probably not much, but let's see. We need a special counsel to look into the FISA process. Sure, but this guy, Senator Graham, all these guys are scumbags. All these guys are just ridiculous. One-on-one. Oh, here, this looks exciting. One-on-one with Donnie Boy. The president's first interview since Mueller found no collusion. Fantastic. So, there's that coming up. Apparently that's tonight, or that's happening right now. So, we'll see how all that is, but we know that Mueller had lied. Remember that this guy used to be head of FBI. Comey used to be a head of FBI. This McCabe, this Rosenstein guy, all these guys are found to be so complete fraud, complete corruption. And that's what they're finding, is that it's all backwards. But again, you have to catch the tricks. You have to catch the tricks. You can't be like, oh, they're bad or they're bad. They're all bad. And whatever their tricks are is to try to attack each other. You have to understand, you have to assume, because that there's been so much lying, so much deceit, so much corruption, so much blah, 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 that you have to assume that they're all in on it, that they're all in on the scheme. And this is just hilarious. You see how mad people are and this and that. But the people up top, I'm sure, are laughing about it. It's like, it's fantastic. What a genius strategy that they set up. Okay, so now that we're done with that, I'd like to talk about the next thing, which is the New Zealand thing, and that happened about a week or two ago. But here's the thing. I've heard a lot that the video has been banned or this or that, or like they're trying to get rid of it and stuff. So here's the thing. First of all, freedom of speech and this and that, our Constitution is very important. We get to express anything that we want in any way, within reason. But that within reason is to our opinion. It's very, the Constitution remains the same. There's no ifs, buts, or ands about it. So, with the New Zealand thing, what I want to say is, before we even get to the things, and I don't even know if I want to get into all the details. Callers call in. Let me know what you want to talk about. But I'm not that interested. It is what it is. There's a lot of false flag interpretations of it. There's a lot of people saying that it could be a false flag or this and that. I'm not surprised. Everything is. The next day, they banned all AR-style weapons in New Zealand. So whether that was... And speaking of which, that the guy who did that, the mass shooting, he said that was going to happen, but it's no surprise and this and that. The point that I'm trying to say is that because we at Geezy Truth News are a news organization, we're media, we're considered media, and anybody who's considered a media, we have full credit, full rights to express to show the video and to distribute the video. We have the video, and we're probably going to be we're probably going to upload it soon, because that's, I heard there's a lot of people contacting me telling me that they can't find the video. They need to find. Look, you have to understand that the limits are understandable, but it's the freedom of the press, freedom of history, of facts, of education. It's free of everything, of people who want to find the video. I have people calling me telling me I can't find the video. I provided them the video, even though I heard that it's in some jurisdictions it's illegal. But that's complete. That's a complete fallacy. It's completely wrong because our Constitution backs it up that we can provide. This is education. This video is education. That's all I wanted to say. I didn't want to go too delve deep into it, but people need to understand that freedom of the press and education and all that. So we'll start with that. And then the next thing is, let's see. Well, I guess we could talk about the Smollett thing. I mean, look, talk about black privilege. You know, here it is. You call white privilege, red privilege, yellow privilege, black privilege, any kind of privilege, and you scream as soon as you see it, you want to scream white privilege, or you know what people say is celebrity privilege. That could be very true, and this and that. That we do know that it's a two-tier system. That's usually along with politicians, and that's usually government versus people type of situation. But you know what? These celebrities may as well be patsies. They could be all these other things. I am not surprised. Remember that they're actors. Remember that they're whoever these people are. I don't buy a bit of it. I don't trust any of it. I didn't follow. I'm not here to talk semantics and talk all these cat and dog games and figure out who's who and blame who. I don't even know who this Smollett guy is. But just because it's on the news, it's there, and everybody knows already what it is. I'm sure most people would think it's wrong if the facts are right. If what they're telling us is true. Everything is a lie, so you don't know what they're saying. You don't know what they're saying. You don't know what any of these stories are, what happened, these two attackers, he faked this. No, I don't buy it, and I really don't care, because we have bigger problems to talk about. We got to talk about the big problems, okay? The big problems. That's all the little tomato stuff. It ain't nobody's business but their own. And you know what? If you don't pay attention to it, then it'll fizzle out. And that's exactly what happens with everything. I mean, hell, even with the New Zealand thing, nobody's even talking about it anymore. You know, it's just like that. You know, it's scary times we live in because people just love to eat up garbage, whether it's actual physical garbage food or whether it's garbage for the mind. You read all this garbage and you read all this and we probably all get brainwashed. Obviously, we know through FBI documents and declassified documents and dossiers and information and all this crazy stuff. So anyway, now that we're done with all that, callers call in again. You know, I don't know, maybe the connections is off or what, but let's go on and continue with the stuff. So Donnie Boy didn't really have much to say. I mean, he's very happy, obviously, you know, after that stuff. You know, he said have a great day or have a great morning, whatever. So he's having a blast there, but gotta be wary of all these guys, man. I'm telling you. Like, it's bad and evil. It's like evil and more evil, you know. So you gotta be careful who you do business with. But, you know, this is the right step to the right direction. Again, we'll see what 2020 things are going to be. It's only March 27th, so, you know, we'll get there, but time slips away. So, let's see. So we're done with Donnie Boy. Who should we do next? QAnon, this Q stuff. Everybody loves talking about this Q stuff. Let's see. I'm waiting for stuff to happen. So this looks like just brand new material. He's talking about the Hannity thing that I just talked about with Donnie Boy. They're going to have that Hannity thing, so we'll probably talk about that next week or whatever. Hannity, reflections are important. Find the reflection inside the castle. Reflections are important. And this is, just so you know, here, we'll get the audio or technical engineers to go ahead and repost the or post the websites that I'm talking about. There's different ways of getting to it. The one that I use is QMap. That's the one I use, and then we'll have our technical engineers. So there you go. So qmap.pub, that's the one that I use. We got it over there. And these are March 27th. Ready, sir? Oh, it's the watch thing again. He's doing the watch. He's all the. It's all like, you know. Allegedly, they say that this is like military operations, and they're saying that this is all very fancy stuff, and hear this and all that. You know what? I'm just sick of this. Is going on for years. They say fake news. Fake news or not, we need some substance. No more cat and mouse games. No more all of this. Ooh, like look at the time here and look at the time here. That's what they're doing. Again? March 27th? They just did this again, and now they're doing it again. Shall we play another Q-proof game? And this and this. I get it. The 315, 342. They try to be like, look, it's all 100%. Look, I don't care about all these like little games. All these like puzzle quest, and it's like, this is ridiculous. Let's just get this over with. It's very sad. It's very sad and disturbing. Because of the obvious. Quit playing all these hide and seek games and just put it up in the front. Put up in the front. This is what we're doing. This is what's happening. I will make those when they start doing those supposed trials, I'll be there. That'd be great. And I'm sure a lot of people will be as well. Because there's huge news going on. There's huge deals going on. Huge things going on. Apparently, but then we have all these, like look at this little time and look at this like switch and bait. Reflections are important. What does that mean? Reflections are important. It's all just nonsense. I mean, I obviously understand that some of it means something and here and there, but it's time for concrete. It's none of this fictionary, abstract crap. It's time for concrete. Here it is. Straight arrow to the heart. Done. Deal. So anyway, there's the Q drop. There's that. Again, 7 arrested for alleged staged car crash. Okay, so it's just whatever. So let's see. I'm just looking at the news stuff to tell you guys like what's going on, but you already know that it's all garbage. And then don't forget this. Oh man, so this is okay. So this is big. Theresa May suggests she will resign if her Brexit deal passes, while Parliament fails to pass. So I'm just reading like the little excerpt. But in 2 days, ladies and gentlemen, March 29th, 2019, on Friday, it should be Brexit. I mean, that'll be fantastic. It'd be a huge win for the good guys. But we'll see. There's always a but. There's always a but and an if and all this stuff, man. So it's very interesting. And then here's the thing with the Boeings, with the Boeing Max 737 Max crisis. What they're saying about that is that's the cabal saying, you know, do as we say, or we could just you know blow these things up left and right. That's exactly what happened at the Gulf of Mexico with that with the BP crisis. It was the same deal. Most of these are the same deals. You better follow what we say, or we're gonna blow something up or whatever. And so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So there's that. So unless we can find anything else, we're going to have to probably get over to the economy and then just call it a day after that. Yeah, pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Pretty sad. It's a sad time, but you know what? You got to be grateful. You got to look up. Very, very interesting times. So let's see. what should we start with? Let's start with the stock market, of course. That's fun. That's always a fun thing. Okay, so the Dow Jones Industrial Average is at 25,625.29. Went down 32 points. And okay, so there you go. Well, I haven't been paying attention, but I know last Friday dropped like 400 points, and then these past couple days I haven't. So this is the excerpt why a very ugly reporting season for small caps is bad news for stock market bulls. Hilarious. Just every time it's just some funny caption. You know, always trying to tell what's happening. It's crazy. I mean, all this stuff is so inevitable. Like, I wish I could tell you it's happening right now. But like they're so good at just pressing on and pressing on, pressing on. Nobody can tell the exact date. Nobody. Everybody knows this. Not even Isaac. It was Isaac Newton. You can look this up. Isaac Newton, calculus guy. You know, we all know who he is. He went and betted on the stock market and lost everything. So there you go. And that's just like one of the more famous stories. Everybody else, you could follow suit. Wow. Very interesting. I'm just looking at the other stuff. Gold is 1,300, 15.70. Oil is at 59.19. You know, it is what it is. So there you go. There's that. What else is our favorite crypto? So it's still hovering at 4,000. It's at 4,076.72. So there you go. And the circulating supply is still at 17.6. Like 17,613,700. So there you go. It's up 1.68%, but we all know that none of that matters. So there you go, everybody. You know, I went down with everybody, with everything. It's about all I can think of off the top of my head. So yeah. Well, thank you very much, everybody. You know, keep in touch. Stay vigilant. You know, do what you got to do. Post your stuff. Post your stuff and post all the info you can. Let me know how I can help. This is all a team effort. It's why I'm here. It's why everybody's here. So we all do what we can. So, all right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for the Geezy Truth News studios. Thank you for the technical engineers. Thank you for the audio engineers. Thank you, most importantly, my audience. Thank you for the viewers. But more importantly, I don't want just people sitting around. I want people doing stuff. So thank you for people who are doing stuff. We're getting there, okay? We're figuring things out. Justice will prevail. I'm telling you. We're doing the correct stuff. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Jeezy is out.